Hey YouTube, it's that dude named Dave and welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. Before we get started, my price of admission. Like, subscribe, and the bell notification below. You guys are watching my videos, but you're all not sub yet. So let me help you by helping me out here and give you guys a few seconds to do this. Okay, we got that intro off the way. We don't do long intros. Today's video, we're coming back to his pearly things. On their panel, they were discussing, is it honorable to be a stepdaddy? So let's get to the video and we're gonna try to make this make sense.
Do you think he's stronger than?
I think I would admire him because he's taken on a lot of debt.
Fam, you sound like the
You'd
wife.
admire
Fam.
him?
You sound like the baby mom.
You'd admire him?
Come on, bro.
To some degree, I would.
I wouldn't. I mean,
Thank
seriously,
you.
if a guy tells
No,
me,
I don't think it's making sense.
if a guy tells me that he's would date a single mother, I'm like I feel like your vetting skills are off. Like, because to me, it's just not wise. It's not smart. Like, to me, there's something, and it's one thing, like, I think if you both have kids, that's a different situation. I mean, I think like men, I think people with kids, you date each other. Just
Let me clarify.
One at a time.
Okay, let me clarify what I meant.
Wait, hold on. Do you want to finish your point?
Yeah.
About why you would do it?
I wouldn't do it. I don't think I have the strength. But I've said any man who does it,
Yes.
I think I do admire him if he did do it.
Can you explain why?
What?
I think it's sacrificial. The fact that you're willing to take all the deficit to make a extended family with someone that it's not your kid. It's not something I would do. I don't think I've got the strength.
That's simp?
I wouldn't.
Not necessarily.
As someone who's done it, right? I would not advise it.
Now, I want to pause here. He's about to get into it, and I can respect him saying that he's been a stepdad and he's not advising it here. But let's just put this out here on the table. With modern women today, with all the videos I've been doing and how they're just acting up and men are saying we don't have a chance, right? But here is the problem. Men like this here, this mentality saying that it is honorable to be a stepfather, to go ahead and sacrifice your resources for a woman who's made mistakes and chose badly on her previous man here. Now, Pearly, she made a good point here regarding, I honestly believe that if a woman has kids, she should only be looking for men who do have kids and vice versa here, mainly because that you can work on that blended family and you're not worried about who is on top and things of that nature. But when a single man has to go ahead and put his resources into that single woman here, single mother, he is giving more in that relationship than he was supposed to, unless if he actually got a single woman and create his own nuclear family. But let's see what he's going to say and let's continue here.
It was a lesson that I had to learn. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it was a lesson that I had to learn, so I wouldn't advise it.
Yeah.
However, like I said, and I've said this before, men over a certain age, if they're looking for a woman of a certain age, say around 30, chances are they're gonna have a child or maybe a child or two. Do you know what I mean? So that's something you got to weigh up. But I'm saying men who are like under 30, who are like in the prime of their life, if they're looking to get with a woman who's got a child, you're an idiot.
Yeah, but it's not the wise. I won't say it's not the wisest decision.
Yes, you are an idiot. If you're single, you're under 30, do not do it. Now, here's the thing. I got a couple of friends who actually went through this route here. I'm not going to talk about them. I'm not going to talk about you. You made your decision. You're happy in your relationship. This is not about that right now. It's about men currently right now. If you are single, you have no kids, and then you are seeing a woman and you're thinking, hey, she's attractive. She's a beautiful. Let me go ahead and holla. But she has 1 or 2 kids. She's got 1 or 2 baby fathers. Where is the upside in that for you? You need to really dig down deep and ask yourself, why would I put myself in this situation knowing this relationship's already at a disadvantage? Let's continue.
To say it's weak, I think the biological father not looking after his kids, that's weak.
But then why is that your immediate assumption?
See, I hate when beta males do this here. Well, the biological father wasn't involved. That's weak here. Yes, there is Pookies and Ray Rays in this world. The Mr. Shirleys, the men who are not taking care of their responsibilities. Yes, we can honestly go through one by one of situations and say that those men are weak. But you do not want to conflate the two, saying that you're trying to make a comparison with the single man doing this and you call him weak compared to the man who left his kids weak. There are 2 different things here and you're trying to justify your argument. It doesn't work that way here. Let's continue.
Because
No, I'm saying
it's like this is showing a gynocentric social order, and especially like I know you're involved in the church, especially in the church, it's like this coddling of women. Nah, she broke the home. More than likely, she probably left.
I would agree in general, but I'm just saying if any man wants to step in, I think there is something admirable with him doing that. I'm not advocating that, like Sarah said, he's had experience of it, and I don't think I'll have the strength to do that. But I'm just saying I won't necessarily call that man weak.
I would, and I'll tell.
What, before she gets into it, see, we have men that want to say this is admirable, that he stepped up. I'm not a stepdaddy. I stepped up. That's not your responsibility. That's not your DNA. That is not your kid. You're going to have all the benefits of nothing. So whenever that kid, whether it's a male or female, daughter or son here, and they get in their feelings, you're not my daddy. What's admirable about that? Or if you want to discipline that child, how you're going to allow to do that when there's actually a father in this kid's life? Or if the mother says, no, you can't discipline my child here. That's for his father to do. These are certain scenarios that actually happen with stepfathers where that they have to pay all their resources but do not have 100% autonomy of being a dad. Let's see what Pearly's going to say here. Let's continue.
Tell you why, because the laws are so stacked against men. So you could be on the hook for child support of a kid that's not yours. Like, to me, that's just stupid.
Like
that's a good point. Like
decision. As someone who's done it, and the thing is, I speak to men.
See, he's done it. He's not offended.
No, of course not. I speak to men who have done it as well. And like I said, we've said it so many times. You get 100% of the responsibility as a father, and you do not get the authoritarian role 100% either. So,
and you have no legal rights.
You have no legal rights.
Or the responsibility.
So it is not a good thing to do in the long run. It's really not the smartest thing to do. A lesson that I had to learn for myself.
But is it not down to the man to then represent himself as a father to that child, so that the father?
But it will be hard for him. It will be hard.
If you understand mothers of children, right? Mothers of children have a biological connection to their child, and they know that you don't have that biological connection to that child, right? And so whether consciously or subconsciously, they will let you know that that's not your biological child. And it's not in the most forward way possible. And like I said, a lot of it is subconscious. A lot of it is little things that are done. And you're like, oh, if I was the dad, I would have been able to do that. But
He's making a great point here. All it takes is one bad argument. You get into it with the child here. There needs to be some disciplinary action that needs to happen. And if she feels a certain type of way, if you are only the stepdaddy, she is going to let you know. She's going to put you in your place. You do not put your hands on my child. I discipline my child. You don't raise your voice at my child. I take care of things here. Who are you? We have seen this one too many times here. You have no advantages on being a stepdaddy here. And at the end of the day, if she decides to leave, if you guys get a divorce and you build an attachment with this child here, unless this kid's at a certain age where that he or she feels I'm still gonna have a relationship with you, you do not have any rights. She will leave, take that kid and go on, and here you are left lonely with a bill because she's gonna put you on a hook with alimony and child support, and there's nothing you can do about it. Let's see what they're gonna say more here. Let's continue.
So I'm saying it's not a very good setup.
Yeah, I take your point, Sarah, in terms of if you're older in your 50s and you've already got your that makes sense and stuff like that. But I suppose when you look at it from a cost-benefit analysis, and this is how men think, if you're in your 20s, your career's about to take off, and you meet a single mum with 2 sons,
run.
You're thinking, why would I do that?
No, seriously, run.
Yeah, I'm just seeing it from a sacrificial perspective.
Just run. There's no need for a man of that age to be getting with a single mother. Run. Because what she's looking for at that age is a stepfather for her children.
Yeah.
Ooh, I have a question. Do you feel like single mothers can ask for monogamy?
Ooh, before the panel gets into this here, I want to know what my comment section is going to say on that here. Should single women be able to require monogamy here? I want to be curious what they say here. But what you guys think about what he was saying prior to that question? I want to know in the comments section. But let's continue.
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Of course the women going to say that. Of course the women going to say that.
You're cheating them out of the things that men value, right? There's clearly no purity there. So and you're asking a guy to compromise his mating strategy, right? Which is screw as many people as possible. and your mating strategy is to get all the resources.
Yeah, but can I
and
just
it's like
jump
you're
in?
asking for a full compromise when like it's like one-sided. Go ahead.
I don't understand this. Why is this one of men's what did you say is their
mating strategy?
No, like the things that they hold, whatever.
In high regard.
Why are you?
Youth.
Which
okay,
one?
but hold on a second. Why are you holding purity at high regard when you're out here beating every chick?
So
Wait, before you get into, she really asked that question? Right. This is the problem that women have. Women want to conflate, want to confuse regular guys here or guys who are pookies and Ray Rays getting it in, buns glazing season, compared to what we will settle down and marry, okay? Women, you should really want to understand that we do value purity. Now, we know that in this day and age, not every woman's gonna be a virgin. We know that. Y'all getting in, y'all getting y'all buns glazed. The idea is to find women who has been less buns glazed, who has been less out there for the streets, a woman who knows her value and understands her body and understands that the more bodies that she has, the more less that she's gonna be able to pair bond, and you're gonna have a successful marriage. Men understand this here, but in the last 60 years with feminism and this free love movement here, women have failed to understand that they're their own worst enemy. Let's continue to see what they're gonna say about this here now.
Reason is
I
because
don't really understand that.
men and women are different, and that's
Yes,
the
we
thing.
are.
Like, if a girl has had sex with one person, they're a virgin. She has an 80% chance of a happy marriage. If she slept with more than 5, it goes down to 25% chance of 10 years having a happy marriage.
Pearly brings this stat up a lot, and that is a damn good stat that breaks down how women cannot pair a bond once they have too many dicks in their life. They're going that cock carousel here. You guys can look this up. This is medical biology, the way women work and the way women move compared to how men move here. You have less than 5 bodies. You have less than 5 male sexual partners in your lifetime. Your ability to have a successful relationship in a marriage increases by up to 80%. You're going ahead and you're living the hot girl summer. You out here busting cheeks. You out here wilding out and having 10 or 20 cocks in a year. And you want to know something? Your chances of having successful relationships and marriage drops down to 25%, what she's saying here. We can't make this up here. You guys want to fight science. We can't make this up here. But let's see what she's going to say here next here. Let's continue.
So it's less valuable to a man. Where like a dude, the number one best is if they're both virgins. But if you take that off the table, like men's marital happiness increases like from 5 to 8 partners, where they're more happy with the girl because we bond more during sex. I mean, that's why we have terms like dickmatized.
and can we be honest?
Spit it, Pearly.
Women do want a man with sexual experience. Let's just be honest. That's why it's different. Women do not want a man, especially when it's time to get to that sexual place. They don't want a man that they've got to teach. They would prefer to be taught by a man. But a woman doesn't want a man with no sexual experience. He wants to have a man that doesn't know what he's doing in his bedroom. For that, you're going to need a man.
So true. I didn't want to cut him off here. Women, you know you can ask this question, and you answer this question. You can go in the comment section here. You guys don't want no virgin. You don't want no guy who's only been with one woman, don't know what he's doing here. How many times we've seen videos in these spaces here on YouTube, women say, a guy can't find the clit. He don't know what he's doing. He don't know what he's working with. I don't see that as sexy off. He can't handle me, okay? A woman wants a man who's be able to hold it down in the bedroom. So that just shows the differences how women wants a man with experiences compared to a man who is willing to teach a woman, because you don't need that many experience, because we know the outcome if you do have that many cocks in your life cycle here. But let's continue here and see what else they're going to say about this.
Man who's got sexual experience. Hence the reason why he cannot be out here banging all the chicks, because he's trying to get some experience. For you, maybe. I don't know.
I think it just depends on the person. doesn't
Yeah,
it?
I'd agree.
What?
I don't, when I
So
know
you want a
man's
man with
been
no sexual experience?
I don't know about no
Personally-
sexual experience. Yeah.
Personally, I wouldn't want to date someone with no sexual experience, but then that's just me. But for
Yeah, but that
somebody
means
else-
he's got a experience. Sex.
I think
Yeah.
right now.
So
See?
you want a guy with experience?
You want a guy with sexual? That's what I'm
You know
trying to
what?
say.
This is
Women
like-
want a guy with sexual experience.
Like, why would you disagree with say the same thing? Like,
He doesn't know.
know.
He doesn't know how to talk to
Because
women.
they don't know.
Doesn't know how to approach women.
But that
Guys
doesn't
that
mean
do that
doesn't mean
have
he
had
doesn't
experience.
Sexual. Yeah, but he can have experience, but it doesn't mean he has to have sexual experience. You can know how to approach a lady.
He may have.
What? You hear that? That makes no sense what you're saying. He can have experience. Doesn't mean he have to have sexual experience. No. If he has experience with a woman, it's all aspects of that. A man can't just not know how to talk to a woman. He knows how to talk to them by having all these experiences. He can't just be all talk and no bite here. And ladies, you know this here. Here's the thing here. These two women here, and especially the one that's answered that question here, she doesn't like it. It makes her feelings have her in a certain type of way here. She doesn't like the fact, and during this discussion with the panel here, that men and women are different. And majority of the time, women hate it when we go to discussion that you're different. And here's the thing, we are. Even though we're human beings, the biological structure showcase that we are not the same in how men operate compared to women. So you can't say about experience without having sexual experience, because the two don't go hand in hand. Let's continue.
You may have an experience with Leah and Rachel.
It's the same. Me, what I value is a man who's got discipline. So a man who hasn't been out in the streets like beating every chick.
But doesn't he have to know how to speak to you as a woman and get you to the point where you're thinking, ooh.
Yeah, but this is another reason why I value family, because if he comes from a family where, you know, he has male figures around him, then 9 times out of 10, they probably know how to speak to the women within their family, why they've got a good unit, and that's been passed down to him. So he hasn't learned how to do these things out in the streets, and I think that's a very big issue in our society. We shouldn't be learning a lot of stuff from society. We should be learning it from the primary point of education, which is the home, the family. It's like we say, it takes a village, right? So I feel like
I want to cut her off here because she's trying to say everything right. She's coming from the politically correct standpoint here. Yes, everything that we should be learning about life, about sex, and everything in between should happen in the home. But here's the thing though, that is not the case, especially in our black community, with single motherhood is on the rise, single families, no father in the household. So we're seeing an example of many, many men who do not have fathers in their homes here. And so what's the reason why we're seeing the manosphere, the red pill space becoming a lot bigger in YouTube here, because we're seeing a lot more men, especially myself, talking about their past experiences, talking about the past and the things they went through, so that younger men who do not have experiences can actually learn and grow from these things here. What's she saying? Yes, politically correct. You should learn from your family. But women, you guys got to understand that you can only learn so much from your dad and your brothers, and a guy has to go out and learn it on his own. Your family can't teach you everything. There's this thing called experience. You have to go out and get it. No one can teach you it. You have to learn it and gain it on your own. Let's continue.
There's a problem which, you know, we need to get to the root of, and it's like the family unit.
No, I agree with you. I do think it's the family unit, but a lot of times, like, you're putting an old set of values in 2022. We can't undo birth control, and a lot of the reason for a lack of family is the women. It's us. We don't want to get married. The average age of first marriage is 31.
Listen, I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm trying to get married. You know? I'm trying to get married. Like, I'm a career-driven woman. However, my biggest aspiration in life is to get married and have a.
Do you think it's stronger than?
And you know, we'll end the video there. You know, that was a short clip here. But what did you guys think about this video here? Now, I know at the end she said she's looking to get married, and of course she got in her feelings a little bit. But the key point that we want to discuss here is about being a stepdaddy and how women do not understand how we work mentally as men is different from women here. Guys, let's just put it out here. If you are a single man, you have no kids, there is no honor, there is no upside in you taking on a woman with kids or multiple baby daddies or a combination of both here. She is not looking for you to be a stable mate and a husband. She is first only looking for a parent, a male figure for her kids first. Then she's looking at her for her own interest second here. So the fact that you're walking into a situation knowing that you are becoming a parent right off the rip here, where's the upside in that? Because if you accept it, you go in and let's say things are good in the beginning and things end, she can leave, she can take the kid, and you have no rights to that little one here. You can fall in love with that little boy or girl. You can be a better parent than the mother. You could be doing all the bills being paid there. She don't got to do nothing. If she gets in her feelings and wants to get up and go, she can go here. And let alone, don't you go ahead and marry her, because if you do, she can put you on child support for a kid that's not even biologically yours. Where's the upside in that? So that's why we always tell men, find a woman who is gonna be on your page, on your program, who is single, fit, feminine, and friendly with no kids. Now we know that women over 30 probably have a high probability of having kids. So what do we say? Find yourself a younger woman who is not hit the wall, who is not approaching geriatric pregnancy if you do want kids. It's possible. You don't have to put yourself in these situations, in these dynamics where that you're gonna be at a lost cause. So let me add this a last point here. I understand for men who do have kids. If you prefer a woman with kids, and like I said earlier, to have that blended family, that is probably the best possible outcome if you want to choose a woman with kids. But if you have none, why do you want to exhaust all your resources when you know for a fact here, when we talk about these spaces, you're not the number one option? She's looking at your wallet as number one and you as number two. Comment, like, subscribe, and click on that bell notification below. Let me know what you think about this video here and my commentary. What you think about Pearly and the whole panel, and let me know what you think about being a stepdaddy. And if you're a stepdaddy, tell me if there's been upside or been nothing but downside. But on that note, I'm that dude named Dave. See y'all later, YouTube world.